Today's guest is a Japanese superstar who you've probably never heard of.
This is Yoshiki. I'm a rock star from Japan originally. You're watching France 24.
Yoshiki is a heavy metal rock god selling out arenas since the 80s with his group XJapan, who've sold millions of albums. But he's also a composer and concert pianist who brings the house down in historic venues like the Royal Albert Hall. He's worked with talent from Bono to George Michael. He's in Paris because he loves it.
France is the first country actually I came. I just love vibe in France.
But also to present his first film and to launch his fashion line.
Yoshiki, hello.
Hello.
It is very rare to interview someone who has done so many different things and has got so many things to talk about in their career. You're a composer, a classically trained pianist, a rock drummer, the leader of the beloved group XJapan, which has sold more than 30 million records since the 1980s. You're also part of the supergroup The Last Rock Stars, and you have just, as well as many other things, directed your first film. I wondered, how would you describe Yoshiki?
How do I describe Yoshiki? Yoshiki is very hardworking, I guess. A little bit crazy. Pretty artistic, I guess.
Very artistic, I think.
But at the same time, cannot live his life smoothly. So let's see, I composed the piano concerto for Emperor of Japan, 10th year's anniversary. So if you listen to that, you think I'm a classical musician. But if you listen to some heavy metal song, then I think I'm heavy metal drummer.
Well, this year you've already done so many things. You played a sold-out tour with the Last Rock Stars. You've done a series of concerts to mark the 10th anniversary since your classical album. These are very different on-stage exercises. How do they compare, being a classical musician, playing the piano, and a drummer, rock star?
So I started playing piano when I was 4 years old. I started playing drums when I was 10. So it's very natural for me to be playing piano and playing drums. It's like, it's not that much difference.
But the way you play drums, it's like you give everything to it, don't you?
I do. Yeah, because the way I started playing drums, I lost my father when I was 10. It was very hard. Actually, he took his own life. So I was very angry. So then my mother bought me drum set. So just started hitting drums. It's like I have some anger, releasing anger and something like this. So I started playing drum very aggressively. So then when I was very sad, I was just playing piano, like some, sad song or very melodic song, something like that.
You've talked about using music to help you heal and deal with grief in the past. Talk to us about the song that you're working on now for your late mum, Requiem.
When I lost my mother last year, I could not stop crying. Then I even went to see doctors, like, can you stop my tears? So I started composing songs. Eventually the songs started helping me, like, slowly. Yeah, it's still in the process of composing because Requiem could be piano concerto, like could be 15 minutes long. As of now, I compose 5 minutes. Yeah, so then if the melody can help me, this melody can help people as well. So I decided to, perform this song.
Yoshiki recently made history on his classical Requiem tour as the first Japanese musician to headline shows at venues like the Royal Albert Hall and Carnegie Hall.
I actually practiced hard, prepared as much as I could. At the same time, I was like, my audience was super supportive. So I'm pretty sure I had the loudest Carnegie Hall show in terms of the audience reaction. Made me cry, actually. How much love I getting from the audience made me realize I'm not just alone. I lost both my parents, but I feel like I'm not alone. Sometimes it's just, by yourself, and then sometimes that takes me to dark place. It's just like almost like a drowning sea of the darkness, something like this. But then I started composing. Like when I compose the music, I just write. That saves. So, but when I play the show, I felt a lot of love from the audience.
Yoshiki, you've also made history as the first Japanese artist to have concrete handprints at the Chinese Theatre in Hollywood. What's it like to receive that sort of recognition?
I don't know. I feel like I haven't accomplished that much yet. So it's like I feel very honored. Still haven't digested what has happened. Like, wow, that's so cool. Yeah, I moved to Hollywood like a long time ago. Then a lot of people around me said, why are you going to America? Or why are you going overseas? I just want to try, because everybody say, Yoshiki, come back to Japan, then stop trying. Like, you're wasting your time. You're not going to make it. But I was like, wow, what I was doing was not wrong.
Now the Japanese polymath has turned his creative energy to film, directing Under the Sky. In it, he collaborates with international artists from the Chainsmokers to the Scorpions to St. Vincent.
What did you want to show through this film, and what do you want people to take away from it?
Music can unite people. The world is kind of divided, but as an artist, we have a mission to spread this message. This film is not just a music collaboration film. One of my fans passed away during the process of filming. So I want people to feel, let's support each other, help each other, spread love, don't give up. So
that we shouldn't take anything for granted.
Exactly. Every single moment is a miracle.
I feel like you're never taking anything for granted because there's the music, there's the film, there's also a comic book series called Blood Red Dragon, where you are the superhero. You've got your own Hello Kitty doll, you've got wine, perfume, credit cards, and you are about to launch your fashion label. Tell us about that. What can we expect from the label?
Maison Yoshiki, Paris. I already have my fashion brand called Yoshiki. My family used to run kimono business. Usually, Japanese oldest son takes over the family business. But I became a musician. So it's in my blood. Anyway, I started producing kimono over a decade ago. I don't know, I love keep challenging. We will probably do fashion show in a few months.
Where do we go? I asked my shadow.
With his two separate rock groups, Yoshiki has released 2 singles this year. Angel is XJapan's first song in 8 years. The iconic group began in 1982. Their talent recognized by some of the biggest rock bands on the planet.
If those guys were born in America, they might be the biggest band in the world.
What do you make of that statement?
So sweet of him saying that. So I grew up listening to Kiss. Kiss is one of the reasons I became rock artist. For him to say that, just I feel very grateful. You know, we were trying, you know, we have been trying actually, but we lost some of the members, you know, in the process of doing it. One of the members just passed away. I don't know, I cannot digest. I'm still alive. So I would like to prove it. Anything's possible. Nothing's impossible.
Just one last question then. For people watching at home who might not know Yoshiki, who might not know your music and what you do, if they had to listen to one song, which one would it be, do you think, to discover you?
One song. One song. Actually, you know what? This is a good one, called Endless Rain, which is also in this film. Has rock element. It's a kind of beautiful ballad. Actually, the first ballad I wrote. Yes, I think that's a song, Endless Rain.
Okay, Yoshiki, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Anthony Mills, Vienna correspondent for France 24. There's more to Austria than mountains, lakes and coffee houses, as wonderful as they are. Vienna is a seat of the United Nations and hosts international organizations, so there's plenty of high-profile diplomacy to cover. And every now and then, Austrian national politics goes global.
Anthony Mills, one of the 200 France 24 correspondents around the world.